creatures from the world of the undead.
The most bizarre.
Devil worship, Satanism, black magic, or witchcraft. Zodiac killer.
All lights go out and the monsters are released from their coffins.
Now, prepare yourself for the most gruesome and grotesque experience of them all. The Creep-O-Rama.
I ain't dressing up for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that too, because there's like just a bunch of nonsense going on outside. Yeah. It's
I ain't dressing up. I've reached an age where I ain't doing it.
I have 2 dress shirts for like if we have like a really fancy event that I should dress up for, right. Or if I have like a job interview, and even then I don't really need them. And I bought them so long ago that as soon as I put the white shirt on, I looked down, the buttons were just like holding on for dear life. And I'm like, oh, I've packed on a few pounds since the last time I wore this shirt. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I used
all I want to do is dress up. That's all I want to do, but I just don't have the money to afford those kind of clothes.
I just want to be comfy,
pretty, baby.
I just want to be comfy.
I'm comfortable when I look fresh.
I just want to go to sleep. I mean, to be honest with you, I just want to go to
Look,
sleep.
you've seen me. I can go to sleep in a suit.
James, you can go to sleep anywhere. Like,
that's true.
Like literally anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we started to like actually talk to the important people and get license deals and all this shit and have to do Zoom calls. The first like 2 or 3 was like, maybe I should put on maybe I shouldn't wear Dead Alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that would be a bad idea. But then after a minute, I was like, no, maybe I should wear Dead Alive so that way they can see how ridiculously epic some of this shit is and how good the final product is. And if you don't like it, then
why are we working together?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're probably not the people for you to begin with. So fuck dressing up. Everybody should just either dress down because life isn't that serious, or dress however you want to dress. If you want to dress up, go for it.
All the fashion companies that are now upset that you can't sponsor Justin with fashionable clothes, just send them my way. It's good.
Yeah, exactly. See, and that's the thing. Like, there should be no pressure at all. If you want to wear fucking whatever you want, then do it. Don't.
Yeah, like I just want to dress like a vampire. It's got nothing to do with fashion. I'm just not spooky enough in shirts.
Right. And you totally should be able to do
and
that.
You should be allowed to wear a giant comforter as a shirt.
Yes. That's a good idea.
It's a bed, it's a blanket, I just go to sleep.
Speaking of looking fantastic, Jake Gyllenhaal in Prisoners.
Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah. I was hoping that's
a solid segue. I think right at the get-go, right at the top of this, we need to give a moment for the real MVP of the movie Prisoners, which is Jake Gyllenhaal's hair.
It's true.
Yes.
I mean, it's immaculate.
It is immaculate.
This raises a valid point.
It's an art form.
Which hairstyle is better? Prisoners, Bubble Boy.
That's a tough one.
It's tough.
2 sides of the same coin, except one of the sides is dressed like a clown, but you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But Bubble Boy walked so prisoners could run.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, man. Like, it's just, he has no, like, okay, now Jake Gyllenhaal has a right to look however he wants. His character, that detective, he doesn't have any right to have that hair.
The dude's way too hot to be a detective.
Way too hot to be a detective. You don't get to be a detective and go, that's my hairstyle. This is what I'm going to pick. Especially, what state were they in?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania?
Oh, that's Pennsylvania?
Come on. I've been to Pennsylvania.
That's what my friend whose comfort movie is Prisoners is from Pennsylvania, and that's why it's one of the reasons why she loves it so much.
Get her on now to verify that there's not a single detective in that state with that hair.
If there's a detective that hot in Pennsylvania, they're becoming an actor as we speak.
100%.
Fair.
And they're going to fail.
They're just
they're going to.
I do think that's
not
the case with Jake Gyllenhaal though, probably. Like that's you can't really help it. You get it, anybody he plays. If you're like, a teenage boy who doesn't have immunities and has been living in a bubble his entire life, also shouldn't be that attractive. But for some reason he is, despite what they did with his hair.
He's got
That's how you know he's that hair is how you know he's a teenager.
Right. They tried to make him unattractive in Nightcrawler with that hair, and it was still like
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Now, whenever he does the man bun, I got nothing against man buns. You know,
unattractive
rocket.
Unattractive Jake Gyllenhaal is just a hot vampire. Like it's not even like
yeah.
Like you're still Jake Gyllenhaal, man. Like is there a single movie where he's looked bad?
I don't think so.
I think Nightcrawler is probably the worst.
That's what I was about to say.
And he's just like a gaunt, hot heroin guy.
Yeah.
Vampire.
Hot heroin guy vampire. Yeah.
Hot heroin vampire. Yeah.
Hot heroin vampire. Probably going to hell for that one, but whatever.
For that? That's what we're going to hell for?
Nah.
Talk amongst yourselves. Hang on.
So why do you think we're going to hell, Jet?
I have my theories. I don't know if hot heroin vampires like even crack the top 5, honestly, for some of the stuff we've discussed on this podcast.
No. But yeah, man, Prisoners, I'm going to say it again. That character had no right to look like that.
He's hotter
they gave him like the neck
Hugh
tattoo
Jackman.
And the knuckle tattoos and stuff. And then they had to like make him hotter than Hugh Jackman. That's another thing is Hugh Jackman, they did their best to make him look like a blue collar Pennsylvania, like
I thought they did a good job with that.
Grizzled dad, and I'm like, you still look like.
How close to Logan was this filmed?
Well, that was it was a couple years because Logan came out in 2016, 2017, and Prisoners was 2013.
Wow,
yes,
really?
I believe you're right.
I thought they were close to that.
No.
Because he just looks like Logan, but without superpowers. This is just what Wolverine would be with. If Wolverine didn't have superpowers, this is what he would do: is he'd build a cage out of fucking plywood in a shower.
Yeah.
Oh man,
you're not going anywhere.
Wow.
That's how we were ruining it for my friend though. Is I was like, oh man, it's Wolverine versus the Riddler, and Mysterio is trying to stop them. And they've also caught Polka Dot Man, who also worked for the Joker in The Dark Knight, because everyone in this movie is in the MCU or the DC universe. So she was like, stop fucking saying that. Stop.
No one would have expected this as Gunn's original idea for what the DCU was going to be. But,
Yeah. So, Josh, this is the first time.
It was a soft launch, and then they were like, okay, let's pull back a little bit.
Yeah, we went too far. So since this was your first time watching it, what were your overall thoughts?
Oh, it was insane.
Besides horny.
Yeah, I mean, well, that wore off pretty quickly. Like they showed Gyllenhaal for a moment, and I'm like, okay, and then we're into the seriousness. I loved it. I'm so glad. I don't know how I managed to avoid spoilers the entire time since it's been out, but I had no idea how it was going to play out. I had no idea what it was about. I just knew it was like some crime noir thriller, and the only reason I hadn't watched it is because it was 2.5 hours long, and I rarely find time for it. And then our friend insisted. She was like, you guys got to come over. I gotta watch you watch Prisoners for the first time. And I was like, okay. And it was Kimmy called it, I want to say like halfway through at one point. I think it was when they had Das Malchen's character in custody or whatever. And Kimmy's like, so the Riddler is the guy that the kid that went missing earlier, right? Like he's not actually a kidnapper. He's just another kid that went missing or abducted. And I was like, oh yeah, I bet you're right. That does seem plausible. And I was trying to piece it together, and I was like, so is it the mom? And that was a trip. But like the body in the basement with the weird maze necklace.
Now, here
also, how does he get away? Don't you need a warrant? or is that just cause if you see the priest
I think
passed out
so.
in the living
I think that that's.
room?
I think because.
But what's the reason for searching the trap door behind the fridge and
so here's the thing. Legally, if a cop can see into your domicile and sees a body on the floor, that's justified cause to enter the premises. And then, as far as I know, which this is fucked, once they're in the building, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Well, I would imagine they could probably just say, well, he's hurt. I need to make sure if somebody else is 100%. Hurt or if somebody's hiding, that's going to hurt me.
There's a whole plethora of excuses they could come up with.
Right. Now, I've seen this movie 3 times, I think. Mm-hmm. And so it was a 5-star movie. I dropped it down to 4.5 stars because this one particular thing bugged me enough. But maybe you guys can feel like maybe I missed something on my third watch.
It is rare that I knock something down.
I know.
After a rewatch. I usually bump it up.
So Jake Gyllenhaal and his glorious, magnificent fucking hair, he starts investigating this case. And right before the scene that you guys are talking about where the priest is seen lying on the floor because he's passed out drunk.
Right.
Jake Gyllenhaal goes, I'm not calling him Loki. I don't.
Detective Loki. It's a weird name.
Yeah. Now, his name. I will say.
There's another link to the MCU.
Yeah. Right. I in Norse mythology, there is some tale of Loki trying to protect kids or find kids or something like that.
Well,
maybe
and I mean,
they
Jake
did that.
Gyllenhaal truly is such a mischievous scamp in this one. It really makes sense to call him Loki.
Right. So
is
anyway,
that why you knocked it down 0.5 stars? Because his name is Loki?
No, it just bugs me.
That's why he knocked it down to 3, and then we're getting to why he brought it back up to 4.5.
Right. No. He with that hair, you can be called whatever the fuck you want. It's okay.
It's true. It's true.
So anyway, so he's
Jake
talking
Hiddleston.
to his. Right. I don't give a fuck. You look fantastic. You're whatever. It's just perfect. Anyway.
This is just going to be 2 hours of blowing Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that was the whole point of this fucking episode. So anyway, so he goes to his boss, and his boss says, it's been 24 hours. You don't have shit. And then he's like, get to work. And then Jake Gyllenhaal's like, I got a list of the top 9 level or the 9 level 3 sex offenders within a 10-mile radius. And then he starts his journey through that. And it shows him talking to one guy in his apartment and then another guy at his job. And then he comes to the priest's house. So number one, I'm assuming that priest was a level 3 sex offender.
Yes.
Okay. From there, he sees him through the window. He's passed out. He breaks in, sees that he's just drunk, and then he searches the house. He goes into the basement and he finds a body that is duct taped to a chair and decomposing, who's been dead for who knows how long. Obviously a couple months at least.
Yeah. I'd say longer than that.
Maybe longer than that. Later on in dialogue, his wife, the guy's wife, the lady behind all of this shit, mentions kind of casually, like, I had to take over once my husband disappeared. So she doesn't even know where he went or why.
Is that
or
the husband?
Yeah. Because at the end of the movie, when Jake Gyllenhaal walks into her house,
she says my husband went out one day and just never came back.
Right. But when Jake Gyllenhaal walks into her house, I know listeners were jumping around. Bear with me.
It's definitely been years then, because she said that he walked out like years ago.
That body was still had meat on it. I don't think it was
mummified.
Yeah, it was like mummified. It was in a dank Pennsylvania basement.
Yeah. Anyway, so because the lady, the aunt, at the end, whenever Jake Gyllenhaal walks into her house, he takes a right and he stands in her bedroom and he looks over at the nightstand and he picks up a picture and he looks at the guy and he sees the pendant, the maze pendant.
Okay.
And he's like, fuck. And he like, I can't believe I missed this shit. And then he puts it down, pulls his gun out, and then fucking goes on. Now, anyway, so going back to the priest. So the first off is the priest has to be a level 3 sex offender, or else why would he fucking be there?
100%,
so that's one. So then two, I feel like they just glossed over the fact that not only does the priest have a dead body in the basement, but what the fuck happened with that? How did that happen? I mean, I know that the guy showed up for like confession, but the priest is just duct taping this dude into his fucking cold, dark Pennsylvania basement?
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's the thing, is because it sounded to me like there's the chance that the priest, not necessarily the priest wanted to straight up kill the guy, but that the guy wanted to be like locked
restrained
up or something.
Yeah.
Like werewolf shit. Like, restrain me so I don't go out and kill more kids. Make kids, I don't know, whatever the fuck his thing was.
Because like
making kids vanish was their affront to God or whatever, what she said.
Well, that was their war. Yeah. That was their way to rage war
against God.
Why do these two normal ass white people have an affront to God?
Because their kid died of cancer. This whole thing started. Their kid died of cancer, and
that's right.
They used to be religious. She tells Hugh Jackman whenever he comes over. She was like, we used to be devout followers, but then blah, blah, blah. My faith kind of waned.
Look, this might be a stretch, but I feel like there might be some mental instability there.
Yeah, a little bit. And Jake Gyllenhaal and his fantastic hair comes to the rescue.
Josh is like, I can see the merits.
Maybe.
Yeah. So anyway, the thing that kind of was like threw me off, I was like, okay, one, rather convenient that Jake Gyllenhaal just happens to find the thing that connects this whole thing.
To be fair, it is easier when there's only 9 in the entire county.
It's true, but you know what I mean? Like, what are the odd? Well, I mean, I guess maybe the
good
husband,
detective work. Just look it up.
Yeah, right.
That's why it's a movie.
But I'm so good. But it just felt. I know, but it just felt so like, here you go. But I guess I'm
guessing there's probably a little bit more of he had to cover a little more real estate, or there was some more legwork there. But the studio was like, Denis, this movie's already 2.5 fucking hours long.
Because I guess I could understand the husband being as fucked up as he is, confiding in the priest, because the priest has a history of that anyway. I guess that's what happened. That makes sense.
But I also think that this is gonna be fucked. There's no way to have this conversation without sort of siding with a pedophile priest, and I'm really sorry. But of the two, I feel like he has that moment of whatever the morals for a pedophile priest are. He has that moment of morals where he's like,
I have to keep him off the street.
I touched some kids, but he's
murdering
making them disappear.
You're disappearing them. That's not
as an affront to God. And then I'm essentially assuming that they die. It's at least a bunch of them.
Well, and
I guess that make it out, I guess, are fine.
I guess the whole thing that kind of
make it out the maze
threw me for a loop with all of this is after that scene, they arrest the priest, obviously. And then Jake Gyllenhaal gets brought into the interrogation room by the other detective, and the other detective's like, he's got some information that may pertain to your case. And the priest, that's whenever the priest starts talking about how the guy, the dead body, said that, he's killed up to 16 kids. And that he didn't want to do this anymore, blah, 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 blah. But the priest didn't seem murderous. He seemed like this was,
and that's the thing. I don't think that he fully killed him. I think that he put him in the basement, and I mean, there's no stairs or anything down there. So that makes me wonder, like, were they already gone? I think that he put him in the basement, tied him up so he couldn't go out as like penance or whatever, and then destroyed the staircase so that he was trapped, and then just left his ass.
Yeah, I mean, good for him. I mean, that's kind of what you do. and that's
if you want to come
situation.
back from being a pedophile priest, that is one of the steps to doing it. For
Yeah,
you.
even though it's you're not going to come back.
We are at the very beginning of your redemption arc, and I don't foresee you achieving the full thing.
Have you
guys
ever seen that Hulk Hogan Thunder in Paradise? Was that it? No, the one where he's got to come back with a boat. Maybe that's a different.
I mean,
what?
No. Hogan definitely had.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting. Was there one where he came back from the dead? Okay, I think that there's two movies. No. Hold on. I think that there's two movies with a fancy boat, and that's what I'm getting mixed up.
Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Speed 2 Cruise Control. Sandra Bullock is dead, and she has to come. She's a pirate who got
she's
killed.
rescued by Hulk Hogan.
No. She has to come back.
Hogan?
No. So there's this. I can't remember what the fucking movie was called now, but it was the something lives of something, and it was this dude, the black dude who he was a pirate in a fucking past life, and he died, and he gets brought back, and somehow he has like a super fancy boat. And he has to save people to
dying to know where this came from and where it is headed.
James, are you having a stroke right now?
Everything smells like toast.
It's not Ghost Ship, right?
No.
I mean, that sounds like it should be called that.
Is it?
Yes, it's Captain Ron.
Fucking knew it. The director's cut.
What does this have to do?
This took such a
I don't know,
sharp right turn. Talking about priests who murdered people. And now we're
saying like that's how he
sailing
makes up
on the
for
high seas.
He
makes up for it by being Sandra Bullock in a boat.
Yes. See,
now
I
can follow that.
Okay.
You guys keep talking. I'm looking for this.
Okay.
Yeah, I must break this down.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a Disney movie too.
Oh Jesus! That just got way
It's
worse.
Not Blackbeard's Ghost.
Just got way worse.
Shipwrecked.
No.
It was a good movie. I watched it all the time as a kid. The Adventures of Robinson Crusoe.
The 100 Lives of Black Jack Savage.
Oh God.
Okay. All right. So we've established that movie exists. Kind of want to watch it now if it's got all these themes rolled to a pirate movie.
This is
a show.
Different one. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that I feel like there was a fucking.
We've gone on quite a detour here.
Yeah, quite a detour into pirate territory.
Yeah.
Does anybody?
I mean, that makes sense. They had prisoners.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so I think that's the confusion about all of that. I didn't like that because I wanted to know a little bit more about what actually happened there.
Yeah.
And without
that, I didn't even read it as the husband. I read it as like there was some like True Detective level, like, oh, there's a whole bunch of different pedophiles. This actually makes it make more sense to me.
Oh, for sure. It tightens
in my
story.
In my head, the priest just kind of like was doing his job duty. I don't.
Yeah. Well, now that you said, now that we've talked it out, I see the pieces. Although I just wish I didn't have to put in that much work to put all that together.
Yeah.
But because there was just not that much info about that particular situation, it kind of made me feel like it was just kind of thrown in so that way it could be.
And when you look at it from like, okay, I'm watching this movie. If we go into all that, it's gonna fucking spoil the twist that it's the wife.
Yeah, or the husband of the wife. That's behind all
right. Like it's gonna because then you don't get that right. So like, I mean, I get it. I just wanted to know. I guess I think and I know I'm rambling on and on about this one particular element of the fucking movie.
But I kind of like.
Well, Pirate had to come back to save his soul. I mean, it just makes sense. How do you not get caught up on that?
I think the part that threw me for a loop so much was because the priest was like genuinely like disturbed in the interrogation scene. He was genuinely like like this guy's fucked and this is what happened.
Which is saying something because he's a pedophile and a priest.
Yeah.
Right. And which, I mean, is par for the course.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of just,
Yeah.
you know, it's just kind of what they do, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like that list probably could have been a lot longer that he could have gone to look at anyway.
Only in the county. Only in the county. Only in the county.
You mean to tell me there's only one? There ain't just
It's
one.
a small county. It's a small county. There's 9 pedophiles. That's how you know that's a pretty small county.
Yeah.
Usually there's like hundreds.
8 of them are fucking
There's like
priests.
9 in my apartment building alone.
Yeah, all of them priests. That's fucked up, Josh. You gotta move.
Josh lives in a rectory.
Yeah, what am I going to go to Pennsylvania? No, we've been over this.
But yeah,
aliens don't want to be there. Jake Gyllenhaal shouldn't have to be there.
No, you're right. But yeah,
Jake Gyllenhaal shouldn't have to be there after everything he's been through.
Look, he can't. That's where he had to go with that hairstyle. He couldn't be in L.A. There's just too many people. He would create too much of a disturbance in the force with that hairstyle in a populated area. He's got to go out to the middle of fucking small town America, where the impact isn't going to be as severe.
So chronologically, he starts a movie or a video, a TV news stringer operation, right? And then that goes wrong, so he has to escape his house and run across the desert in a bubble to get to Niagara Falls, which on the way to Niagara Falls, Pennsylvania.
So it starts with
that
Nightcrawler.
Checks out, right?
Yeah, so it starts with Nightcrawler, morphs into Bubble Boy, or no, starts Bubble Boy.
Yeah, it would have to start as Bubble
derails into Nightcrawler, back into Bubble Boy, reaches his destination, realizes, you know what? Now I have to actually create I have to take care of my wife. I got to make money. I'm going to go be a detective.
The hardest part of this whole thing is holding the video camera with the bubble hands.
Yeah, it's only Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's hard to get
that.
Steady shots. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he's the only person that is equipped to do that.
That's why his hair looks so good too, because he's been in a bubble, so it's nice and like
exactly
coiffed.
That's a good point. Anyway, so this fucking priest, he just didn't really seem murderous to me, and I was like, is this guy like? Why is he sad if he's the one who fucking killed him?
I don't think he killed him. I think he starved to death.
Yeah, I don't think he intended to kill him. I think it's supposed to be like a what's the fucking word I'm thinking of? Like a juxtaposition with what Hugh Jackman is doing right now with the guy in the showers. He's like, I've taken this guy prisoner and I am torturing him because I am certain he has something to do with my missing children. And he's just becoming less and less humane each day. And it's just like eating at him. And you can tell at a certain point, he realizes this kid doesn't actually know where my kids are. This kid can't help me find my daughters, but it's too late. There's no going back now. So I just have to keep fucking torturing him. And I'm guessing that's probably what the priest went through, is at a certain point, he was like, I've got this guy duct taped to a chair, chained in my basement or something. I can't tell the police he's here. I have a record already.
Right.
Like, and if I went about this the wrong way, he could walk and then kill more kids. So what do I do? True. And he's just been like stewing in this.
Yeah.
Some weird guilt of like, I did something wrong in the eyes of God, but I still think like I did the right thing getting this guy off the streets.
Right.
I guess I'll drink about it. And that's
he gets drunk and you just hear, no, it's cool. That guy deserved to die.
Right.
Yeah. What's funny though, this
16 kids.
We watched it with subtitles because that's like it was like I put to a vote where the people we were with usually watch with subtitles, and for the most part that makes sense. I've become somewhat of a subtitles guy, especially if I'm distracted or watching on something else. But when you see the priest on the floor the first time and he's like, oh shit, like there's a body in here, and he opens the door and he goes to check on him, they paused it to go, they were like, oh, this is an intense moment, but I have to run to the bathroom or I have to like feed the dogs or something, and so they pause it, but not before the subtitle pops up at the bottom that just says snoring. in brackets. and I was like, oh, he's not dead. He's snoring. And she was like, fuck. Yeah, I guess we'll find out here in a second.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
that's Jake Gyllenhaal snoring.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
as
totally.
he walked in.
Yeah, he's sleepwalking.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you mentioned Hugh Jackman and torturing Paul Dano.
Which, can I just say for a second, getting Paul Dano and Das Malchian in this movie at the fucking same movie, diabolical. That's straight up rascal shit. Like, fucked up.
Yeah, those two dudes. We'll get into Paul Dano in a little bit because I have there's something that happened.
I'd rather not. He's spooky. He creeps me out.
Yeah.
In this movie.
Dude, the scene when Jake Gyllenhaal is interrogating him after they arrest him at the first time.
Yeah.
The way, like, they did that so fucking well of how he's just in his face trying to just play calm and talk to him. But the way Paul Dano is acting, like, watching this this time around, they laid those breadcrumbs down in such a way where when you're watching it, it's like the first time, if you don't know the movie, you're like, fuck this motherfucker. Like, he knows he did it.
Yeah.
He 100% fucking did it. But then once you know the ending of the story, you can go back and kind of track it to where, for example, when Hugh Jackman grabs him in the parking lot of the police station, and Paul Dano's character says they only started crying once I left. In that moment, when you don't know the whole story, you're like, he's fucking with him. He knows. Yeah. He did it. But then once you find out that this guy is a victim himself and he didn't take them maliciously, that he is a child too, then it's like, oh, that comment is not made in a way to fuck with him.
Right. So he was taken as a child.
Yeah,
Did he escape, or they just like de facto adopted him? He
was mentally challenged.
Right.
So
because he said, "I'm not Alex."
Where was he when the girls were taken?
He was the one driving. He drove.
So he brought them to the house.
Right. So whenever the kids were playing on the RV, he was literally trying to just show them the RV because he was trying to essentially play as a kid. So
he's the one
the
that
mom
brought them to the house.
His aunt, which not his aunt, she's the one who kidnapped him as a 10-year-old. But she raised him as their own, as a replacement for their kid who died of cancer.
Right. But so he does know where they are.
Hold on. But whenever he brought them, because whenever he brought them home, the aunt says later to Hugh Jackman that he brought them home. He just wanted to, he never touched them. He never did anything bad to them. He just wanted to take them for a ride and show them the RV.
He didn't.
She was and she was like, I'm the one who decided they stayed.
Right. Still, that's glossing over what I just said. He knows where they were.
But does he? Because at that point, I don't know. They never really clarified whether or not she told him.
Right. The only thing they specifically only clarified that he didn't do anything to them, which is fine. I accept that. But
however, I'm sorry to cut you off.
What I'm getting caught up on is Hugh Jackman never being able to get where he took them.
Well, I just remembered the scene. I take all that back because I know this kid is mentally like the age of a 10-year-old. All that goes, and this is going to sound terrible, and anybody who's listening who doesn't know me as an individual might hate me for what I'm about to say. But I just remembered this. I just remembered this. I'm not going to beat up on mentally on mentally disabled people. Of course not. I'm not a fucking monster. However, fuck that motherfucker.
You don't have kids
because fuck him. Fuck that kid in particular because I just remembered the scene where he yanks the fucking dog up by the collar.
Yes. That's what the fuck I'm saying. I think that this movie is not a finished movie because
that doesn't make any sense.
They jump over a bunch of fucked up shit. Which
well, I mean,
fine.
I think that's
fine in
part
the
of
moment.
the thing they were trying to do is when you see him do that with the dog, it causes that reaction where you're immediately like, "Fuck this guy, he's a villain." Which he is. Genuinely, he might just be like dumb. That's
just how I transport the dog.
Well, he might not know that what he's doing is wrong or evil. It's like you don't know. Like he doesn't kill the dog. He doesn't know if he's hurting the dog
because as a writer and as a director, one of the first fucking symptoms, signs, whatever you want to call or classify as somebody who's a sociopath is complete disregard and harm to animals. Like BTK did it, fucking all of those motherfuckers did. So I mean, it's pretty standard behavior. So obviously, as a writer, you're putting that scene in there because at that point, you think this guy is the one who abducted these kids. It's Hugh Jackman watching it and stalking him, and then bam, now he's harming an animal. So obviously, he's capable of harming these kids. But then later on,
not convinced that all the shit that Hugh Jackman put that motherfucker through, he wouldn't have at some point been like, they went to my house. I took them to my house. I took them over there.
Right.
Like, I think the point where he knows where the kids are.
He did, right. But they established that
Hugh Jackman needs to get better at interrogating is what I'm getting at.
He did a fantastic job interrogating and torturing this kid.
Did he?
He did a fantastic job, man. He was very resourceful.
Good job torturing him.
He did a good job torturing him, just not the interrogating part.
Dude, I love.
But it gets I think the kid would also be like in panic mode because that's what I was thinking. Like, do you just lie? But then you know that if you don't give this guy the answer he wants, he's probably going to kill you. But if you don't say anything, then he's probably going to kill you. And if you've got the mind of a child,
10-year-old, literal 10-year-old,
you
have no idea what to do, so you're just scared and shaking.
And that's
why I would think he'd be like, I saw them, they got on RV, I went to if he has the mind of a 10-year-old, how does he got a fucking license?
Well, that's my other fucking question.
Talk about that in the movie a lot, though.
I know they do. They don't fucking say a goddamn enough about it.
All he said was he's got a legal driver's license in the state of Pennsylvania.
Passed the driving test. That's all you got to do.
What the fuck, Pennsylvania? Like, you have hot cops
we live in Florida.
Crazy good hair.
Yeah,
and 10-year-olds able to drive. That doesn't
you're telling me you've never met somebody with a driver's license who's
Justin, you telling me that we didn't get into a car wreck with an 87-year-old lady who snapped my arm in half because she couldn't drive?
She was 92.
92. They see,
but she did
not have the brain of a 10-year-old. She had the brain of a 92-year-old.
Yeah, same thing. But she was able to get her license, I would imagine, when she was of sound mind. But,
They just stopped checking after that.
Yeah. So that just doesn't make any sense. The dude can't even write in the box for his name. Like they established that.
That's what the X is for.
Right. So that's another thing that I was kind of like, huh?
I was just thinking about going to the DMV and like going through this whole thing and like the whole process and shit. And they're like, all right, go ahead and sign. And you just sign an X and you're like, oh, Jesus.
We need to have a talk. But so, yeah, I don't, you make a good point. Like, I understood that throughout him being tortured, he's locked up, he's frozen, he's in that panic state, like Josh just said. Mm-hmm. So somebody of that age and in the mental state and mental capacity that he has, he's obviously not all there. So I could understand being kind of like locked up and frozen and just kind of.
What's funny,
I can understand that, but
it kind of redeems Hugh Jackman because he's not wrong. This dude does know something. He's just unable to get it out of him because he sucks at interrogating.
But again, I don't know if he sucks at interrogating.
The kid also doesn't know what his
no. He's great at torturing.
If he tells the truth, like maybe she was like, you can't let anybody know that these kids were here.
Right.
And that's why so many interrogation tactics are initially become friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to become the one that you have to make this random kid that you have kidnapped trust like you so that this 10-year-old minded 30-year-old man will trust
RV
you more
driver.
than the abductor when he was a child, and then he'll trust you to. He'll just be like, "Yeah, I took the kids."
Yeah. So
see,
yeah, this
I'm a
movie's
problem
putting
solver.
me on a roller coaster, because when I watched it 2 nights ago, I was like, at the beginning, I was like, "Fuck yeah, Hugh!" Like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" Like, let's go. You know, like I would do the exact same fucking thing without question and without hesitation.
I don't even have kids. I just do it for fun.
I don't even have a table saw, but I would get one to make
dude,
a little
I would have done it after I saw what he did to the dog.
Look,
homie,
so,
I got you on all the tools.
Yeah,
we're good. Don't worry about
it.
it.
I love the nonchalant one, or like scene wherever he's talking to fucking Terrence Howard and Viola Davis, and he was like, "I rigged the hot water heater where this one is either ice cold or this one is scalding hot," and then he just walks off.
Yeah,
it's like, that's genius. That's fucked up. But anyway, so this is taking me on a wild roller coaster of emotions, because, like I said, I was watching it and I was like, "Fuck yeah, Hugh!" I'm on Hugh's side. But then by the end of it, I started thinking, like, you know, he has a mind of a 10-year-old. He was abducted as a child. He was raised by this lady. He doesn't understand what he did. He didn't mean to take them in a malicious way. So that's such a good example of how acting on only anger, like, you think you're doing the right thing, but you're really not. But then, as we're talking, I remembered he strung the dog up by the fucking leash, and everything that Hugh Jackman did is totally redeemable to me.
Everything that Hugh Jackman does is at least karmic justice for treating that dog like shit.
100%.
Although, again, Hugh's not wrong.
I
mean, did know something.
Yeah. I mean, he did.
Sometimes just follow your instincts is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or befriend the kid,
right?
Instead of immediately chaining him to a radiator, and then
no. First you befriend, and then if you don't get any information out of him, then you beat senseless and chain to a radiator.
Yeah, I feel like you know something about my kids, and I feel like you want to help me.
If you don't want this cookie, I can punch you.
If you have,
I say that's a fair trade.
I'll break your legs.
That's what I tell most kids. You want this cookie? If you don't want this cookie, I can punch you.
That's fucked up.
That's why I don't hate my kids.
But me, I've always loved the scene where Hugh Jackman is holding Paul Dano against the wall, and he's got the hammer in his hand, and he starts beating the fucking sink, because that was all improv. That was just Hugh Jackman being Hugh Jackman in the moment.
Yeah,
and
I saw somebody else had mentioned that while we were watching it. Like, he just planted the hammer in the wall, and that's why Dano's like fear is
pretty real. I can,
because he's like, holy shit, I almost had a fucking hammer implanted in my face.
Yeah, I would love to have a conversation with Paul Dano and just hear him walk through what it is like to be on the receiving end of a fucking violently angry Hugh Jackman. Because I don't, dude, no, there's not many people or like actors who could convey that level of just rage.
Yeah.
Like you
see, you want to have that conversation. I want to have the conversation with Jake Gyllenhaal of how awful was it filming in that bubble in the desert?
It had to have been pretty bad.
That sounds like I did scope. I'm pretty sure that I noticed that there's one fan vent on the back of the bubble that goes into his backpack, and then there's like a thing up here behind his head, and then I think one that goes into his pants. So I do think that he had like airflow, but it's still a fucking plastic bubble. Yeah. Jake AC Gyllenhaal.
It was good though. I was pleasantly surprised by Bubble Boy. If we're making that shift there, I was gonna be like,
I still had more stuff.
Insane that Jake Gyllenhaal still wasn't nominated for Bubble Boy. For either Nightcrawler or Prisoners. Because we double checked while we were watching it, and I was like, he's never won an Oscar, and he's only been nominated once, and it was for Brokeback Mountain. Yeah. And I remember when Nightcrawler came out, he got nominated for everything else, up until the Academy Awards. Yeah.
He should have at least been nominated for Nightcrawler.
He should have at least been nominated for Bubble Boy.
Yeah, honestly, 100%.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nightcrawler is like, dude, both of these, I think Nightcrawler is a better like character than the detective, because I mean he's a detective.
Yeah. Before we get off on
that
Prisoners,
dude's a fucking
yeah, that one hit me a little differently watching that last night. But
Yeah.
before we get off from Prisoners,
Okay.
I wanted to comment how good of a fucking job they wrote his character about, like in a way of being a detective and a cop.
Mm-hmm.
And it, for whatever reason, it just didn't hit me the first 2 times that I watched it. But the scene where towards the beginning, where he's just starts his investigation and he goes to Hugh Jackman and his wife's house, and they're in the living room, and Hugh Jackman just fucking loses it at him. And all he kept saying was, "Sir, I understand what you mean. We're looking into it. We're exploring all possibilities. Sir, we're looking into it.
Because like,
sir,
you
I
can't,
hear what you mean."
you literally can't tell them any information,
right?
Because that would be completely ruining the case and potentially giving the suspects info.
Yeah.
But also, like, he does genuinely understand, like, I know you're pissed.
Right.
I grasp that you're upset.
But it's like,
there's just not a whole lot I can do yet.
But it's still like, I guess and we can go into, this will lead into Nightcrawler or come up whenever we talk about that too, because like so many elements of both of these films touch on a level of things that have always pissed me off within society, of like, okay, man, you don't have to just smile in every situation and be like, "Sir, I understand what I get it, but you know, we're exploring all possibility." It's like, appreciate the gravity of the fucking situation.
Yeah. See, but
wipe the smile
the thing is,
off of your fucking face, and
I don't see it that way.
I do. I see it as him
smiling
being a
at all.
completely fucking dick of a cop, because I also
no.
But here's the other thing that mixed with or combined with the fact that it didn't like register the first 2 times I watched it. Half the movie, he's too busy fucking paying attention to Hugh Jackman, and then instead of going and doing his fucking job.
To be fair, half the movie, Hugh Jackman has a dude trapped in a fucking shower.
Yeah, but you know, we need to just gloss over that.
Again, he's trusting his instincts. He's like, this motherfucker is gonna fuck it all up.
Right.
I did not see him as being like flippant with that. I saw it as like, it's the beginning of the case. I can't give you information because if I tell you things, they might not be accurate. They might not be real.
No, I
just
get that.
can't. I can't be there for. I'm the police detective. I'm not your therapist.
Yeah. But also, like, I feel like because I've talked to cops before, and I've seen. I've seen I've stop
that.
I've seen cops act like that in real life. I've
for sure
obviously seen a bunch of fucking footage of all over the fucking internet of how people in authoritative positions communicate to people who are obviously emotionally distressed and blah, blah, blah. There's just zero fucking humanity involved. And that pisses me the fuck off.
And
because I don't really get a sincere, because they don't fucking care.
But also but that's different because most of the time we're seeing like patrol officers and shit in those videos. We're not seeing a child sex detective. Like, it's different. I feel like it comes down to like, they have to kind of remove the humanity from it because otherwise they're going to lose it. Because like he wants to find these kids as much as Hugh Jackman does. It's just that like he has to stay within this really specific bubble of rules. Otherwise,
but I don't know. I just, you know, it takes very little minute amount of effort to just be like, yeah, man, this is fucked. And then,
but is that going to help?
I don't care if it helps.
I think
whatever he's doing didn't fucking help because you got an angry Wolverine.
But I think that's where you have to tread lightly.
I feel like there's also the chance that he says that and suddenly now angry Wolverine feels like this detective has no fucking clue what he's doing. I'm not going to like even follow his authority anymore. I'm going to go do my own thing.
Which he wasn't going to do anyway.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But
he's a Pennsylvanian carpenter. He's going to do whatever he wants.
But it's also the detective is just, he's seen this 1,000 times before where somebody thinks they know better and they're like, no, it's this. And he's like, I know that's what you want it to be.
I assure you it's not.
I know that's what you like to be, but I assure you this is how we have to go through the process. And this is.
It's just the approach of communication. I don't like it, especially like whenever
this is a perfect argument for why there needs to be not only police officers and detectives, but also mental therapists, mental health people
for sure.
that go along to, because the cop doesn't need to be having that conversation at all.
No.
It needs to be somebody who can who can play those
Navigate
Jenga
that.
blocks. Because
whenever Jake Gyllenhaal's character goes into the apartment complex and finds Hugh Jackman drunk on the floor, he's playing.
Yeah.
The first thing out of his mouth was, "I'm not going to find two little girls in here, am I?" I'd have killed him right there. Like, that's.
But also, he's still a lead suspect. Technically, he's part of the family.
But
it's usually the family that did it.
Yeah, I get that, but fuck off.
And now he's wasted in an abandoned building that he owns.
I was gonna say, I think Jake Gyllenhaal, like, we know that's a fucked up thing to say to a guy that just lost his kid, but Jake Gyllenhaal at this point is like, this guy's fucking sneaking around. He was insisting it was this other kid that we have no evidence for. He's even not planting, but he said that the kid admitted it in the parking lot, and he's the only one that heard it. And now he's sneaking around in this building he didn't tell us he had.
That's the other thing.
He's doing this. So Jake Gyllenhaal's character thinks maybe this guy is part of this. And if I say something about the girls, maybe that'll rattle them or set them off or something.
That's the other thing is whenever Paul Dano said that.
And also maybe Jake Gyllenhaal just wants to get punched by Hugh Jackman. Maybe he's into it.
Maybe. Don't we all? But the first thing out of Jake Gyllenhaal's mouth was, did anybody else hear him say that? Are you sure he said that? Again, I'd have fucking killed him.
Valid questions.
But it's the level of it's the level of disregard, and I'm not going to pay attention to the potential of this being a serious situation or an actual fucking thing. I'm just gonna be suspicious of you. That shit just pisses me the fuck off.
But that's assuming that he is doing that, and that's just not what he's saying to try and get a rise out of him as an interrogation technique, honestly.
For sure, but fuck off.
And also, quit fucking around, Hugh Jackman. Jesus.
I mean, he
quit
Hugh
making
Jackman
yourself
was the
look
only
like
one
a
in this
suspect.
movie. Hugh Jackman was the only one in this movie who had a clear line of sight to what the goal was. And
he still ended up in a fucking pit.
But you know what? He's the one who figured it out before anybody else. So
who figured out that he was stuck in that pit?
Jake Gyllenhaal by accident.
Hopefully Jake Gyllenhaal. He might not. He might be like, you know what, man? I hear that whistle. I ain't doing shit.
Right. Yeah. Like Jake Gyllenhaal still.
I hear you whistling, but I'm not looking for you, dude. I know you're down there.
He actually didn't even solve the fucking case.
No,
he never would have went if his boss didn't tell him to go.
Is this movie just about Jake Gyllenhaal being a shitty detective?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. He's not that good at his job. He just looks fantastic. He looks fantastic failing at his job as being a detective.
I feel like you would be not surprised how often that is a thing with cops.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
We just hire the hottest cop.
He was undefeated.
And then hopefully they're a good detective.
Right. Yeah,
undefeated. He solved every case he'd been assigned.
Undefeated is an interesting way to put it.
I mean, that's...
Jake Gyllenhaal had flawless victory on his cases.
Yeah, I don't know the detective lingo for that. But yeah, they said he solved every case he was assigned. So it seemed... But yeah, maybe he's just stumbled into it. That's what he was expecting to happen. It was like, maybe if I just fucking turn up the smarm and act like an arrogant prick to enough people, then eventually the case will just fall into my lap. And when it didn't, he started to stress out.
But I mean, it did. It's look, just turn up the smarm, be a dick to everyone, and you'll solve every case.
Right. Man, Hugh Jackman was just halfway through, I made a note. I was like, this dude is acting his fucking ass off in this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
what if he's not? What if that's just how Hugh Jackman really is?
That's just Hugh Jackman.
Did you both just call him Jew Hackman?
No. Hugh Jackman, no. Gene Hackman. It really made me like kind of like stop for a second to be like, man, like I really want to see Hugh Jackman be in more dramatic roles, because like that dude could pull off some pretty heavy emotional shit.
Yeah, look at Logan.
Yeah, he's in some weird like musical thing now, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
always.
Yeah, the dude's hella talented. It's crazy talented. It's fantastic. He's got a fantastic voice.
Did you see that one time when he opened the Academy Awards and danced the entire way? That was incredible.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah, the dude's phenomenal.
Hey, Les Mis.
Phenomenal. Yeah, just a dream of a man.
Dream boat.
Dream of a man.
Dream of a man. So David, we've met him, and of course I'm not going to ask him how to pronounce his last name, but is it Desmalchian? Desmalchian?
I think it's Desmalchian.
Desmalchian. Yeah.
Desmalchian. Okay. That's how he introduces himself in his show on YouTube.
Okay, gotcha.
Then
Desmalchian.
Man, James and I were talking about it through text. That has to be the most,
dude. That's
the most realistic suicide scene, or one of them.
Yeah,
dude, it's so good. It's so
that fucked me up.
I forgot he was in this movie, to be honest.
Yeah,
there's so many people in this movie, and there's so many moments. And like that one, because he's only in it for like that little window. And then
which was when they first showed him, I'm like, they can definitely give him resting child abductor face, like, so it makes sense that it would be him. But that was the thing that kind of threw me for a loop, is when they catch him and he's drawing all the weird shit, and they've got his bins with the snakes, and then all the bloodstained clothes and all the drawing on the walls, and I was like, okay, so it's this guy. And I was like, but why would they just introduce this guy so late in the movie? As like, we found this weird guy who went to the candlelight vigil, so it's got to be him. And I'm like, that's kind of a weird.
Still don't entirely understand his connection to.
He was abducted by her.
Yeah, by her. She said that
he's another one.
Yeah.
Why was he getting the clothes?
Hold on. When she was walking Hugh Jackman to the Trans Am to put him in the hole. She's kind of in passing says, I forgot about him. I can't remember his character's name.
Like Thomas or something, I think.
Thomas or something. She says, I forgot about him until his name popped up in the paper.
Right.
So
what I'm saying is, how is he getting the victim's clothes?
He broke in. The all of the rest of the clothes happened to be
Taylor, not Thomas. Taylor.
Yeah, Thomas. All of the clothes, aside from the two girls who were the movie's about, they were bought at the department store, all different sizes. But that one, he decided to break in and steal their clothes, because that's the whole scene. Right. Like that he broke into their house and stole their sock and stole the girl's socks.
Is that what he was doing?
He broke into whose house?
Hughes.
He broke into Hugh Jackman. You see him go into Terrence Howard's house because the daughter was in the bathroom, and he snuck in. And then the next scene is him sneaking into Hugh Jackman's house while his wife is in the bedroom passed out, and he goes into the girl's bedroom, and then he makes a noise. The wife wakes up. And the window's open because he bailed out the fucking window and jumped. Then later, Jake Gyllenhaal goes around. Yeah. He goes around back and pulls out her sock because he dropped it when he dropped one of the socks whenever he fell.
Okay, so those. Yeah.
So
why were they bloody?
Because he was it was the pig head in the sink. He was living out a fantasy. He was putting himself. He was living out an abductor fantasy without actually doing it, because that's something in the book that he read with mazes, which I don't think it established whether or not like the aunt or the two, the man and wife who started all of this shit. I don't know if they made them read it or what, but that story.
I'm pretty sure the story there is that they're a couple of cross kids and that's their zine that they made.
Maybe. But that novel, the guy was abducted and then he finds out that he was the abductor or something like that. I'd have to go back and watch the specifics.
Yeah.
But it was a fucking weird book, or weird premise to a book. But that kid was stuck in that loop. Or Das Malchin's character was stuck in that loop, being and living that character out from the book. But he was just fucked up because he was also a victim of these people.
So those aren't the actual clothes that she was wearing when she was abducted.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. No.
He took him out of her room, and then he would just buy kids' clothes.
Clearly, on purpose,
and
they try to sell it like that.
For sure. Yeah.
It
was a great misdirect.
Because I thought that the way that they explained it was that somehow he was getting the victim's clothes from the abductors over time as just some weird way to set him up, essentially.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Because he goes to the department store and that's why
I remember
that's
the department
also
store
why
part.
He buried mannequins in his backyard. Because they're not actually, he was living out a fantasy of being an abductor.
See,
but he wasn't.
Look, prisoners just goes to show, don't bury actual kids, then you won't have to shoot yourself in the head.
Yeah. And so that means, I guess obviously he committed a crime breaking and entering, but
that's it.
But that's really it.
He offed himself for damn near nothing.
He was just scared and also probably mentally. Well, obviously, he was mentally fucking challenged.
Whoa.
But he said...
that seems like a leap to make.
Yeah. The detective said something like, how do you ask a question, or how do you keep asking questions to a guy who doesn't understand the question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's... Yeah. So... But that's why the kids...
fucked up, guys.
It's fucked up, man. It's a fucked up movie.
Pretty bleak.
Fucked up movie. And then now Nightcrawler.
Which I actually found... less bleak this time.
I didn't. Man, I don't know if it's
I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Fucking hilarious. What?
Yeah.
I mean, it does have dark humor in it. Before
pretty much everything he says
off,
is insane.
It is. Before we jump off, have you guys heard what Quentin fucking Tarantino said about Paul Dano yesterday?
Oh,
God. Okay.
He's been saying all sorts of shit recently.
Fuck this motherfucker. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's been saying some ridiculous takes.
He went on.
He was pissed about Battle Royale, and then he said Toy Story 3 is the second best movie of the last 30 years. Or something.
So he went on Bret Easton Ellis's podcast, the author of American Psycho.
It's your first red flag.
They are talking about They're talking about There Will Be Blood. Daniel Day-Lewis epic with
masterpiece.
Paul Dano. This is his quote. There will be blood.
The movie's about milkshakes, right?
Yes. Milkshakes and oil.
Milkshakes and oil.
My favorite.
There will be, this is Quentin Tarantino. There Will Be Blood would stand a better chance to be a number 1 or a number 2 if it didn't have a big giant flaw in it. And the flaw is Paul Dano. And then he goes, obviously, it's supposed to be a two-hander, meaning 2 top actors.
Yeah.
And it is also so dramatic or drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander. He is weak sauce, man. He's a weak sister. Another terrific actor could have excelled in that role. Austin Butler would have been wonderful in that role, despite the fact that Austin Butler was 16 at the fucking time.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Came out.
Also, Paul Dano's not part of a two-hander at that point. He's just a dude.
Right. So
yeah, that was a Daniel Day-Lewis led movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Right. So then Brett tries to seems like he kind of tries to steer it in a better direction and goes, Daniel Day-Lewis almost makes it impossible to make it a two-hander because there are aspects of that performance that are so gargantuan. Then Tarantino says,
that big ass milkshake.
So you put him with the weakest male actor in SAG, the limpest dick in the world?
Bro.
I know.
And then did Paul Dano turn him down for a movie?
Right, has to. Then I think he's just jealous that he's never been able to work with this fucking guy. So then he
and
goes
doesn't
on to
have a good
say-
idea for him.
Right.
Paul
he's-
Dano was supposed to play Tex in Once Upon a Time, and then the role went to Austin Butler.
Right. So then he's not done. He goes, I'm not saying he's giving a terrible performance. I'm saying he's giving a non-entity performance. I don't care for him. I don't care for him. I don't care for Owen Wilson, and I don't care for Matthew Lillard.
What? Why is
Like,
Matthew
why are
They
Lillard taking
catching
strays?
strays. Jesus.
What the fuck?
Bro.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Anyway, let's watch the scene where Quentin Tarantino just says the N-word 14 times in the kitchen.
Right.
And
Yeah. Like, what the
Also,
fuck,
can
man?
we be real? Calling Paul Dano a non-entity and then saying that Austin, what is it? Austin
Butler.
Yeah, Butler.
Austin Tyler.
Austin Tyler Butler.
Austin Tyler Butler
is like a
Yeah.
Austin
Texas.
Tyler Butler. ATB.
Yeah. ATB.
Saying that ATB is insane to me.
Yeah.
I have
I'd
never
like
seen
Austin Butler. He's not
I-
a bad actor.
He's
He was
fine.
great. He's fine. He
It
was
depends.
good in
It
Bike
definitely
Riders.
depends on the
He was
role.
100%. But
And, hold on, because we're on the podcast.
Also
So I'm
great
gonna
hair.
make this. I'm gonna make this a point right now. His acting in Bike Riders is just looking at the camera
For
every
sure.
now and then.
for
He
sure,
does
because that's all he
nothing
needed
in
to
that
do.
movie. I
No,
love that. It
Yeah.
totally works.
Totally
but
fucking worked. Tom
it's
Hardy,
not acting.
fantastic in that movie. But
Tom
that's
Hardy,
just Tom Hardy.
Also,
That's just
barely
what
in the
he does.
movie. I was like,
I
"What
guess
are
I
we
gotta
doing
watch
here?"
Bike Riders. I haven't
It's
seen
a
this
good
one.
movie.
You don't.
It's
It's fine.
all right. It's all right.
It's
now,
fine.
and no,
As somebody
no,
obsessed with bike movies, it's fine.
I mean, it was pretty.
Could've
Pretty,
used
it's not
more
what
bikes.
I wanted, but it hit marks that I was like, ooh.
I want.
that-
You know what? I wanted
was
things
heavy.
to happen. I would have liked things to
For
have
sure.
happened. In
Check
it. That
out
would've been
Caught Stealing if you want to see Austin
I,
Butler.
Okay.
I
and,
really
See,
want to
that's-
watch
that's-
that.
like,
That's
peak
what I was going to
performance.
say.
He's
Is
really
like
good in that one.
he looks pretty cool in that, and like
Yeah, he
that's
looks
cool.
like he's-
but
right.
everything else I've seen him in, I'm like,
Dude, and I kind of think like he did great as Elvis. I thought he was fucking excellent in that movie. But then I tried to watch him in a series. I think I mentioned it on the podcast. It was on Apple Plus where it was like World War II fighter pilots, right? And I was like, okay, I'll give that a shot. I'll watch the first episode, see what it's like. Every fucking frame of that is how can I capture how hot Austin Butler is? And that's not his fault. That's not his decision. He's not making the show, you know? And I was like, dude, like, give this guy a chance to fucking act and see if he fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know he's hot and he's got great hair, but like the dude can act. However, all that set aside, thinking that Paul Dano is less of an actor as that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Not
Calling
in
Paul
this
Dano
movie.
weak in any sense is insane.
Utterly
His arc
insane.
as a actor is really something to behold, because I remember him from Girl Next Door
Yes.
being hilarious, and then
he just like a
Little Miss
dude.
Sunshine being phenomenal as the
And then the opening of
that's so good.
Taking Lives with Ethan Hawke and
Ooh, I've never seen that one.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, we
fucked
need to
up.
watch that one. We need to watch that one. It's
That's
good.
fucked up.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
Kiefer
it's pretty good.
That's the one
Sutherland,
with
Ethan Hawke,
Angelina Jolie?
Yes,
Mhm.
Okay.
that's
Oh,
one
what
of
a
those.
cast. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of those.
Yeah, there's a whole handful of-
2000s gritty like detective.
Like I think
murder
of a Long
stories.
Came a Spider, Long Kiss
Yeah.
Goodnight, those
Yeah.
kind of movies. So what's the
Yeah.
one with Denzel in the bed?
Bone Collector.
Bone Collector.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I haven't seen that one either.
It's
I haven't. I
Suspect
also
Zero.
haven't.
To my...
I know I've seen Fallen with Denzel, like
That
when I
one's
was a
dope.
kid, but I don't remember anything. We should do all.
I
of
haven't
those.
seen it in fucking forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched it for the first time a few months ago because it had gone viral again for some reason, or someone
Yeah.
was like, "Oh yeah, the Denzel gif where he's like relieved is
Yeah.
from that
Mhm.
movie." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's him and John Goodman. I should watch that."
Yes.
I forgot
I remember that.
Goodman was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
That one freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah, it's a fucked up idea.
Yeah. But yeah, Paul Dano. He's in that movie, even just for just a couple scenes. But man, like you were saying, that guy's character or story arc of just being an actor is
Mhm.
he's fucking
Even-
fantastic.
Even his Riddler, like let's be real, that's
Oh,
a
yeah,
realistic
dude.
ass
Oh, yeah, it's
Riddler.
dope.
Like that's exactly
yeah.
what I could see a modern Riddler being.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's got a and what's so
He's a creep. he's an absolute fucking creep. And I mean that as a compliment. I think it's endlessly a skill, but like, holy shit.
I don't understand. Like, Daniel Day-Lewis is just in a league of his own, but like, I don't understand bashing
comparing anyone to Daniel Day-Lewis is insane to me.
Yeah, because like you can't. He's Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, come the fuck on. Like, everybody fails compared to that fucking guy. But to fucking attack Paul Dano to that degree, that makes no sense. Exactly. Like, he has to just be mad at him because he turned him down. It's
got to be something like that. I'm also upset,
it's got to be
like,
something under the surface, because that is just a weird, like, this movie would be great if it weren't for this fucking actor. And I'd be like,
Josh brought up the Battle Royale thing, which I sort of agree with Tarantino on it, where like, okay, obviously Hunger Games was inspired by Battle Royale, but also it's not as egregious as some people make it out to be. It's definitely not as egregious.
New plot.
No, it's not. Right. First off, like, I mean, surviving the game is technically Hunger Games, just with one person instead of multiple. You know what I mean? Like, like it's not exactly like a crazy idea that it was influenced by Battle Royale, but also like it's so different. Like, Battle Royale doesn't go into the rest of the society. Battle Royale doesn't touch on anything before or after the island. And like, the way that it takes place on the island is completely different. Like, there's so much different about it that I'm like, okay, it's fair to draw the comparison, but like, it's not. It's not. You know what it feels like? Man.
It feels like, I remember when Hunger Games came out. I don't remember what year that was, but everybody that we knew that had watched Battle Royale back in the day, where you couldn't even get it in the United States. Like, our buddy, I think Scott, had to import it, but this was like, dude, this was like 2003. Like, you know what I mean? Like, before you could go download it or stream it or anything like that.
The only way I was able to watch it was because I knew a dude who worked at a video store, like at a movie store.
Yeah, and they could get it,
of course.
Right. So it felt like his comments feel like he's still stuck in that elitist, like, this is mine.
I think it's one of those like concepts that has just been like, ever since Hunger Games came out, you started seeing people saying that, and it's like one of their like edgy, like, oh, this is the thing that I'm gonna like really point out every time it comes up.
Yeah, because you don't know what Battle Royale is, because you're not cool like I am. I watch fucked up movies, and you watch the Disney version of it.
It's like when I say Avatar is a
dude, you're Quentin Tarantino.
Everything.
1,000 fucking movies.
It's Dances with Wolves and Pocahontas on whatever fucking planet it is.
Yeah, dude, you're Quentin Tarantino. You don't need to prove that you're cool.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
Fucking dick.
Why are you so obsessed with these movies you didn't make?
Yeah. Why are you obsessed? Like, yeah, exactly. Fucker. Okay. Anyway.
Very strange.
Yeah. I mean, I still like his movies. He's made some good movies, but fucking hey, what an asshole. You know what I mean? Like,
what a foot-loving motherfucker.
Yeah.
Many such cases.
Yeah. Fucking love you, Paul Dano.
You know who I love? Danny Trejo.
Oh,
yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal with Danny Trejo
is fantastic. Fantastic. Like,
honestly,
batches.
Dude, okay, so hold on. That's my favorite edit in every movie.
5th gear.
Whenever he's like, I could use some stinking patches, and it immediately cuts to the cult like clapping for Fabio. Oh, that's so they know the joke that they've just made, and they're so happy with themselves.
Right.
Yep.
That whole movie, my favorite parts of every part of that movie is when Danny Trejo is on screen. Every other part falls just a little bit shorter.
Oh yeah, it's
even
one of
though
his best
I
ones.
love that movie 100% through and through, but man, you just can't beat Danny Trejo like just being a bud.
I just love that he's and he's
wildfire
all in on it.
Wildfire.
Like he is 100 invested in his character.
Across
like
the country,
you could just phone it in because you read the script and you're like, oh, this is some PG-13 like silly, dumb rom-com schlop that's going to get forgotten into like the $5 Walmart bin, but whatever, it's a paycheck. And Danny Trejo's like, no, this is my best friend, and I'm gonna. But like as soon as the cult pulls up, and he's like, "Oh, Niagara Falls, because you left him to die." Like,
yeah, dude, immediately knows the score.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh man, this is amazing." It was. This is my first time watching this one too. Nightcrawler was the only movie I had seen of these three.
God, you hadn't seen Bubble Boy,
and I feel like this is one of those perfect like nostalgia movie, fish out of water type tales.
Yes.
Absolutely. One of Kimmy's favorites is Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser,
Love that movie.
Which we just watched again the other day. And then I watched Bubble Boy, and I was like, oh, these would make a perfect. I think these are it's essentially birds of a feather. Like they're so fun, and were completely forgotten when they first came out, but they just have that like steadfast cult fan base that have clung to it because it's just like a fun, feel good, super predictable movie. Like 20 minutes in, you're like, oh, he doesn't actually need to be in the bubble. Like you're going to find out that his mom,
you're like, no, he's fine.
He was overprotective, honestly, and he's actually been fine the whole time.
I'm just going to choose to believe, like, the first time we watched it, I remember being like, I had that thought, but I was like, I'm just going to commit. I'm just going to commit.
I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
And but it's also even, to a certain degree, it's even funnier knowing that, because you're like, none of this is necessary.
Right.
Just gone.
Like you could have just gone, bro.
Yeah. It's all good.
But I think that the charm of it is that everyone that he encounters, except for the cult, is like totally like behind him and like, fuck yeah, I love Bubble Boy.
I mean, and even the cult was behind him.
Even the cult technically. I mean, they're behind him because they're chasing him. But
right,
yeah. Oh, you guys aren't a singing group at all. You're a cult.
Yeah. Oh, so perfect.
I don't want Bubble Guinea Pig anymore. You can have him.
Oh yeah, just like how do you clean up? I mean, that's where my head went as soon as she gave it. I was like, how are you gonna clean up after that guinea pig? Like,
didn't even think
it's in a bubble.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Like, that's a double bubble situation.
Yeah, it's risky.
You can't escape a double bubble situation.
No,
you can't. There's like, you're stuck, dude.
Yeah,
you are stuck between two bubbles.
Yeah.
I also loved one of my favorite little reveals was at the end.
You can't have any trouble.
Exactly.
When Trejo gets back on the bike with Wildfire, and I'm like, oh, now the husband can finally know peace, and then they zoom out and he's also on the bike with them. So now it's the three of them, and I'm like, oh, hell yeah, all right, they went there.
Which, speaking of the guy who plays his dad,
John Carroll Lynch,
another guy that what a versatile fucking great actor.
My God, bro.
Yeah,
he's been in so much stuff
from
and
Fargo.
Honestly,
Zodiac.
Honestly, even though he barely has any lines in this movie, I think he's one of my favorite characters in the movie, just for the end where he's like go do the shit that I couldn't do or wouldn't do or whatever. Like, without saying anything.
Man. There's something about that guy that is able to convey a sense of like weight and heaviness to whatever he's saying without doing
also
much.
Just wholesome.
Oh yeah, he was also the dad in Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, he was her dad.
That makes sense. He's got very dad energy.
Yeah, very. And then
especially in Zodiac.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, just like Josh just mentioned, like him playing Paul. What's his name? Paul the Allen.
Yeah,
that was the fucking guy's name.
I believe so.
I think so. Yeah.
Paul Allen.
Paul Allen. Yeah. What a
bringing it back to American Psycho. Paul Allen.
Yeah, American. Yeah. Paul. No, that's not
Paul Allen's
name.
card.
I can't remember his fucking name. Main suspect.
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano. There's so many Pauls.
All the way back.
Paul Dano.
Paul.
Yeah, man. He was fucking gnarly in Zodiac.
Yeah. Just apparently didn't do it.
Motherfucker. We'll get into that another episode.
Arthur Allen.
Arthur Lee Allen.
Arthur Lee Allen.
That's it. Yeah.
Paul Arthur Allen.
Arthur Lee Paul Allen.
They're all they're all the same fucking thing.
Arthur Paul. You know.
Yeah. There's a documentary on Netflix that James, you've been obsessed with the Zodiac case since we were fucking kids. That documentary was like it made me look at the whole thing in a completely different fucking context. It was fucking phenomenal. Anyway, I love that guy.
Yeah,
he's great.
Zodiac? Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember him originally from the Drew Carey show. So
the Zodiac Killer.
Yes.
I took a wrong turn somewhere. Why do you have that mask on?
Mimi was the Zodiac Killer. That's the whole.
Solve this riddle. We're trying to film a fucking show here, okay? God.
Cleveland rocks.
Yeah.
Who killed Drew Carey?
Nobody. I'm right fucking here. He's a fictional. Oh, wait, no, he's not a fictional character. That's his actual name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Classics.
Is Drew Carey's real name?
It might not be.
I think it is.
Quick question about Nightcrawler. At the beginning, when creepy as fuck Jake Gyllenhaal is confronted by the security guard.
Yes.
Does he murder that security guard?
I don't think he murders him. I believe he just like
beats him up.
Yeah, like scuffles with him.
Steals his watch.
I think he steals his watch. The Wikipedia entry I think just says he attacks him or overtakes him or something. Because I feel like that would be the one thing that kind of stands out in the entire movie is it's like, oh, you just established that he's
a murderer.
Right.
Yeah.
And now he's like, oh, let me steal this bike. And I'm like, why are you worried about pawning some you're willing to murder, just go murder more. But I think he just attacks him and steals his watch.
See, I've always watched this movie. Well, I've only watched it twice. This is the second time I watched it, but it's always been like that movie is about a serial killer who doesn't kill anybody.
100%.
Like he's right on the fucking razor edge of like,
he's fucking there. He
like,
just hasn't leaped
what
yet.
if it's like all the tool set of a serial killer, but what if you made that into money?
Yeah.
Like what if you monetized not really having any emotion towards gore or death or any of this shit, and obviously no social cues.
The dinner scene when it's him and
fucked.
The news,
I completely blocked out all of the fucking super stalkery rapey shit that he does. I just blocked all that shit out.
And she goes with it. I love how the fact that you don't know if she goes with it or not, but then later he refers to it as you'll do whatever I say when we're alone in your apartment together, unlike last time. And then it's like, oh man, like there's
this time, although I
Renee
found
Russo,
more
writer director Dan Gilroy's wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's awesome. I did not know that.
Is it?
I mean,
it's a little.
I guess they're frequent collaborators. He's been they've been married since like 1992, and this was his directorial debut, but he's written a bunch.
Tony Gilroy's brother, which isn't Tony Gilroy the showrunner for Andor? I'm almost positive he is.
He might be.
Yeah. So I read that he also helped kind of hone the script and kind of give a couple ideas here and there. And I mean, that guy's that guy's on a different fucking level. Like he's such a phenomenal fucking writer.
Yeah.
But
you can see this movie. Like, it's obviously a really good idea that was then just honed and honed and honed.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it said that he originally wanted to write a movie about Ouija, the American photographer.
Yes.
He was like a famous New York street photographer, but he switched focus after discovering the unique narrative possibilities surrounding the stringer profession. And it also says he wrote the protagonist as an anti-hero based on the ideas of unemployment and capitalism. And I'm like, I don't know if he's he's just, he's a villain. He's just a villain.
Yeah.
I do.
Like getting people killed for clicks and
that plus the stalker, like there's really no part of what he does in this movie that isn't villainous.
Every bit of it, every fucking breath.
Like
he's not the Punisher.
Every breath, he's a bad guy. And like I did find this watch funnier just because of how he delivers some of the lines, where like just some of the little shit that he does that everyone else in this world is fully aware that he's a piece of shit, and everyone in this world is fully just doing whatever they can to either not have to deal with him or just keep him happy to continue making money off of him or whatever.
For sure.
And he, whether or not he realizes it, he doesn't realize it enough to like recognize the social cue of everyone being like, that dude's scum.
Yeah. But
and he's just so like,
and what's so fucked up is on the flip side of that, doesn't matter if they think he's a piece of shit because he's still getting what he fucking wants.
Yeah, and they're 100% still enabling him to be a piece of shit.
Exactly. And I think that is that like watching it, I think his partner's character, I can't remember his name.
Riz Ahmed is the actor.
Who was in Rogue One and a bunch of other fucking movies. I love that guy. He's a great actor.
He's crazy.
But the moral dilemma of him at the end of knowing like, I don't want to do this. This is crossing a fucking line, but then doing it anyway because of the pressure and money and the commentary on what people will pay to watch violence and be consumed by violence and then people being forced to deal with personalities like that.
Yeah.
Because they have to.
And also, I think that there's an interesting statement being made about media and about the fact that...
Oh, for sure.
Her news company is failing. She's obviously in charge of programming.
Right.
But not potentially seeing that maybe the reason your news company is failing is because all you want to do is put this kind of shit on it.
Right. But that's also ultimately what fucking
sensationalism stuff is what keeps...
Right. And...
Right, but
and what's fucked up is like I started reading this book a couple weeks ago.
Justin wants to brag about reading again.
No, it's
showing
called,
off that he can fucking see words.
I know words. But it's called Nixonland. Right?
Look at this literate motherfucker.
I'm trying to fucking make a point, but it's called Nixonland about this. Fuck.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It's fascinating, but it goes into all kinds of political shit. But it opens up with the history of, I think it's 1967, where how the country went from very far left, where a lot of Democrat-leaning policies of the Civil Rights Act and all of that stuff, how within a matter of a couple years it flipped all the way to Richard Nixon. And the opening of that book grounds it, or the event that it grounds itself in and kind of kickstarts the whole thing, is a riot that happens in California, where, of course, a cop beats a group of black people and kicks a woman who people thought was pregnant, and then she wasn't, but doesn't matter. Still kicked a woman while she was down, and then the whole fucking thing explodes. This is the first event that a news station in a major city or anywhere had access to a camera that the military had made specifically that fit at the bottom of a helicopter and they used it in Vietnam.
Oh, so they got riot shots.
So that's So that's the first event that a news station was able to record from a vantage point from a helicopter, and they shared the feed everywhere across the country, and all for an entire week while this fucking town and city burned because it just kept going. Like it was fucking insane. It just kept going and kept getting worse and kept getting worse. This is the first time that people in fucking Alabama and Mississippi are starting to watch this kind of shit, obviously with zero context.
And like she says in the movie, it shows the creep of crime into the
exactly. So situations like that where Southerners angry at Johnson for signing the Civil Rights Act, looking at situations like this being manipulated through media, going, see, this was wrong, blah blah blah, allowed somebody like Nixon to come in and fucking do what he did. But that event,
well, let's hope that doesn't happen again.
No parallels whatsoever.
But that event, I kept thinking about that watching this movie, because in reality, that one event is what complete that and further coverage of Vietnam as the years went on. But that specific event was what switched nightly news into what it became.
Arguably, the only real difference is it's just the introduction of photos and film into this, because I mean, fucking newspaper headlines were always fucked up anyways. So like, everybody's always been obsessed with this shit. It's just that once you now have video footage to go along with it, it becomes a lot more like potent.
Oh yeah. And then exactly what she does in the scene where she's conducting.
She's like mentioned they're at large again, hit it harder.
That was one of my favorite parts. Was like that was fucked, but also like, man, that's fascinating to like think about that as you're watching Anchors now.
For Anchors, he just wants to wear his gold tie because it's Friday,
right? And people who don't have any media, but people who don't have any knowledge of media literacy, have no idea what they're witnessing is just orchestrated propaganda to manipulate you out of fear, to make you tune in, so that way people can make money off of fucking advertising. That's the only fucking reason why. Sorry, listeners.
Yeah,
a little bit too much.
This is why I made sure we would have Bubble Boy to talk about.
But to lighten it, I did text you guys last night. I don't know why I didn't notice this the first two times that I watched this. I really, 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 really want to see Jake Gyllenhaal's character Lou go head to head with the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Just out awkwarding each other with
Could you imagine
social
what that
cues.
would be? I don't know who would win. I don't know what they would do.
I think Cable Guy gets an inside lead.
Like, let me give you a tour of the satellite.
Inside edge.
Oh, you mean I can
because I think
video production news footage into every home in America through here?
Because I think Cable Guy's more aggressive.
Is he? Well,
I mean, he's definitely more like in your face.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Like, I don't know if I think he might have the physical edge too.
Maybe.
But
I mean, you see him do those laps in the basketball court.
I think and
he can ride a horse.
What's his name? Lou.
He can joust. Lou.
What's his name? Lou.
Fucking
what's
fucking Lou.
Name?
Fucking Lou.
Fucking Lou.
I think Lou,
Lou
has
you really like
got
it
more
here.
charm, so he might be able to actually charm Cable Guy, and then like sneak attack maybe.
Right,
get him
but
hit by
then
a
Cable Guy because you can't kill Cable Guy. So once he bounces back from his injuries,
Lou Bloom, terrible name. I hate it. It's so sketchy.
Fuck that guy. If that's his real name,
Lou Bloom and Loki. Bubble Boy's the only one who's got a normal name in.
Low Bloom and Lukey.
I think I'm gonna have to give the upper hand to the Cable Guy.
I don't know. I feel like Lou Bloom might be a little more slippery, might be able to fucking like eel his way out of shit.
Yeah.
Also, he's got to
find a way
charger.
to get the Cable Guy killed while he records it.
And he's got Riz Ahmed to sacrifice.
Yeah, what a fucking the last
fucked up.
Dude, the last shot of that movie, while it's Jake Gyllenhaal and Rene Russo, right? Is that what you said? Yeah. They're talking and they're fawning over each other over this fucking. She knows how much money she's gonna make off of these off of that thing, and his face on the screen, dying face. It's just like looking through the fucking thing at them, watching them make money off of his fucking death.
Ugh.
is so fucking poignant.
Yep. I knew it was going to happen as soon as. I mean, you have a bad feeling for this kid when he starts.
Yeah. As soon
working
as
for
he's
him
involved.
and they're driving around. Yeah. As soon as he's involved, but it's when they're outside the restaurant. He's like, I'm not doing this. And he's like, this is dangerous. I was like, oh, he's going to get him killed.
Yeah.
And
As soon as he says it, you know
that he's going to get him killed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That chase scene,
and you could see it in Lou's face whenever like Riz says it. You're like, oh well, he decided he's gonna have to kill him or get him killed.
Yeah, dude, that chase scene. I forgot how intense that chase scene was.
Yeah.
That was a fucking
it was nuts.
Yeah. Also, I
the
totally
whole
forgot
movie is intense as fuck.
I forgot Bill Paxton was in it.
Yeah,
I did
100%.
too.
He looks so different.
Yeah,
right, brah. I'm talking serious digits in our pockets, brah.
Got another van, brah.
Come on, brah.
God,
it's an opportunity.
Welcome to the future.
It's an opportunity,
Welcome
brah.
to the future.
I do love that having worked in, like when I worked at Universal and I've done stuff, I've seen freelance photographers and videographers a lot, and he absolutely has the hair, facial hair, earring, vest, like the look that you've seen some of these freelance videographers go. Like as soon as he was on screen, I was like, yeah, this guy fucking nailed it. He's seen this career in LA, and he's like, I'm dressed just like that guy.
Apparently I know Jake Gyllenhaal and God, I can't forget what's his name? Not
Which
Bill
one?
Paxton.
Bill Paxton?
Yeah,
Riz Ahmed?
They I guess they spent like several weeks going around with actual dudes. I don't know, like who did that shit. I don't know if Bill Paxton.
Fuck that.
I don't think Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
I don't think Bill Paxton
I'm
even needed to do it. He's just.
I think I'd be skipping that one. That's a ride along I'm not into.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what, guys? I can guess.
Lyrics.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'm doing it. I feel like I can fake seeing a dead body. I don't need to see the actual car crashes. I'm good.
Right. Yeah, that's
why Jake Gyllenhaal's like, I'm going.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a career where it's like, okay, man, like, why do we have that?
News outlets need footage and they need views, and that's the footage that gets.
You should just go get a different job.
It's like paparazzi. Like paparazzi are already fucked up, but these are death paparazzi.
Right.
And that's
paparazzi themselves. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like,
yeah, they're illegal in certain European countries. I think that's why a lot of celebrities moved over there.
Why?
Because the like celebrity sensationalism just isn't a thing. People can go out and like get
did something happen to a royal or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Weird.
Yeah, there's no way in hell that I would be able to function as a human being dealing with people like that.
It definitely seems like one of those jobs where the money's so good you would try it, and then on night one you would be like, oh, this isn't worth anything.
No.
Yeah.
And what sucks is like the more angry you get at them, the more money the photo is going to be worth.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like if you Wolverined on a group of them, they're just going to make more money.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's what they want.
I think that depends on if they're able to get the footage to the news people. Because if you do it right, you've got them trapped in a shower.
Right. How are you going to give them the footage that you captured without any hands?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Checkmate.
Exactly.
How Belgian. It's so Belgian of you, Justin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly what you just said, James. How are you gonna deliver that video footage whenever you're in a run-down apartment building and a makeshift shower and there's only two,
Hugh Jackman just got a fully abandoned apartment complex that every fucking bathroom has a different fucking stringer in it.
Where's my child? I don't know, man. I'm not in this movie.
Why'd you take those videos?
We got the wrong videos of my child.
Children's videos.
I did love there's a moment when they're watching the footage back, and Frank, the other guy at the station, who's like, hey, maybe we don't do this. There's a a moment. It's not, maybe it is the big video because he's brought in so much trash.
Right.
And then he actually does the one where he's like, yeah, I walked into this house right after a homicide and I recorded these people while they were dying. And she's like running through the footage and
holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they pan up to Frank, who gives Jake this look where he's just like completely fucking appalled. And like, you actually did this and you brought it to us. And now you're proudly showing, like, you're so excited to show us this.
Yeah.
That you got it. Like, you're thrilled. It's so, I think that's the extra level of creep factor is he's not a desperate man doing a shitty job for money. Like, he's actually enjoying and like thriving in this. And it's like, fucking, ugh.
I'd have quit right then and there. Like, I'd have just walked out. Like, no hesitation at all. I'd have been like, all right, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Sorry, I can't work for a station that's going to show this.
Yeah, no.
No, and it's funny because it's like, this. It's interesting because it's almost like you could watch Nightcrawler and then watch Videodrome, and Videodrome is what that station would turn into in the future, where like their whole focus is just like, okay, how, like, what if it was just a show where somebody fights and then they die? Like,
right. Yeah. Slippery slope.
It's stuff like this that kind of makes me glad that like broadcast television is dying.
Yeah. But
I mean, then we get Squid Game, so
that's fine. Squid Game's different. It's consensual, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is democratic, I guess.
Well, I mean, you have to volunteer to go, right?
Yeah, but they don't know what they're volunteering for.
Look, that's not what I'm asking.
They want the money.
Right.
I'm asking if
have either one of you watched all 3 seasons of Squid Game?
No, I've only seen the first one. I need to watch the other 2.
Bro. Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to that another time. Man, I will say they fucking stick the landing.
Okay,
so yeah,
well done.
Yeah,
it's absolutely done now.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, cool.
So season 2 and 3
is it just all the PlayStation buttons fighting each other?
Yeah, it is. With the guy from I Saw the Devil thrown in the middle of it.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, the detective guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he in it for all 3 seasons?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, he's awesome. Great. What were we talking about before we talked about? Before we brought that up?
I Saw the Devil?
Ultraviolence.
Before Ultraviolence, Videodrome. Littering.
Because that's what the channel would devolve into. And that's why we're glad the broadcast TV is
broadcast
dead.
TV. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
I agree with
Someone's got to keep us on track.
Thank you, Josh. I agree
Not
with
going to be
you.
me.
Me neither. However, James and I, you and I had this conversation whenever the plane crashed, or the UPS plane crash a couple weeks ago happened. I'm fucking sick of opening social media and watching people die at a random fucking moment.
Yeah.
I opened up TikTok like a couple months ago and just watched, and it happens before you even notice it. Before you even realize, like, I opened up TikTok, the first video that I got was like an avalanche thing, and I'm watching it, and then the camera pans, and then it's just all these people. It was from somewhere in a different country. All these people just get fucking wrecked by all the rubble, and it's like, oh, cool. I just watched like 30 people fucking die.
Great,
and like, and then you scroll to a fucking stand-up comedian that makes you laugh, and then you know what I mean. Like, then there's a dog video. And it's
that was
fucking what?
Yeah, there was one a couple weeks ago where it was like a police chase on the freeway here, and I can't remember which freeway it was, but the guy pulled over to the median, hopped out of his car and squeezed between his car and the median, and then jumped over the median and immediately got hit by a car.
Ooh.
And they
and
the chopper was showing him, and they were like, oh, now the guy's getting out of the car and he's hopping over, and I'm like, as the video's playing, and I was like, there's traffic on the, oh god, and then you hear them all like, hey, cut away, and I was like, why were you even fucking
right? I saw that.
And of course the video's viral, so every time I scroll, I see it again.
Yep.
I just saw one that apparently it picks up in the middle of whatever the fuck is going on. But there's this dude who had attacked a dude on a bike, a motorcycle, and like beaten him to death potentially. And then this video picks up from when, I don't know who's in the car, but apparently the going explanation is that it's somebody related to the bike
victim
guy. Yeah, the victim. And they just fucking flip this dude. They hit him so hard he just flips in the air and lands on the ground.
Jesus.
Dude, it's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, man, we don't need this shit.
And like the footage of the UPS plane, that was like straight out of Con Air. Like my movie brain at first,
that
when
footage is insane.
I don't know if you saw it, Josh, or
I didn't see that footage. I saw that we had a helicopter crash here recently, but that one was like when I read about it and they were like, fortunately there are no casualties or something. Like I don't think anyone.
What, in the helicopter?
I might be, yeah. Okay. But it had like it spun out and landed in like on somebody's staircase outside their home, like in a neighborhood.
Nailed it.
And there were people like 10 to 15 feet away that were like recording, like, holy shit, it was insane.
The UPS one was was dash cam footage from a truck driver that was parked in a parking lot behind the runway.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's a gigantic plane. And it's just on fire, everything, as it's fucking going right in front of this guy's truck, and just fucking
nose and wind into the ground.
Yeah, and like my movie brain is like, oh, that's like the crash in Con Air, and like that's my initial thought because like of how you see special effects and so much of that shit growing up in the 90s and watching action movies, but then followed immediately by, oh yeah, that's real life, and I just had to watch fucking another 10 people fucking die.
Yeah,
great. Yeah, so to bring it back to Nightcrawler,
in the movies we get the beginning of U.S. Marshals where it's like, oh, the wings come off because they hit the trees and then they land in a fucking lake, and you're like, oh cool, now the only problem is we got to get them all out before they drown,
right?
And then smash cut fireball.
Right, and then smash cut to cliffhanger where, like, you know, they just got to escape the fuselage and then go track down their money, and then battle a ripped as fuck Sylvester Stallone in the snow.
Yeah,
wearing only a shirt,
like you do.
And then you go to a live, and they crash in the Alps, and they got to eat each other.
Exactly. Anyway, so yeah, fuck broadcast media. I'm glad as well that shit is dying.
But now that you mentioned it, I don't know if it's better because now we've got the internet.
And here's another question: is which one is worse? Because they're both bad. They're both worse. But broadcast media, like
the internet
news,
is definitely worse.
Yeah, they're doing this, but there's an agenda there. What's the agenda of these videos on Instagram and TikTok? They're just people uploading it.
I mean, it's still the same thing, really.
But that's an organic thing behind how an algorithm works. You're not being. It's not a group. It's not Rene Russo orchestrating a fucking scene and walkthrough and all of that shit. It's just
I would argue that
there, but it's blowing the fuck up.
The creating of the algorithm is Rene Russo curating the content, because all they have to do is make it so that the algorithm doesn't suggest gore and fucking live death to people.
Yeah. That shit needs to be taken off. Like completely.
Yeah, it is.
I remember back in the day when websites were not cool with live death. You had to go to specific websites to find live death. Yeah. Now it's just there.
Yeah. What were you saying, Josh?
No, it is strange that it sneaks through, because I know Instagram will flag even the most like tame shit sometimes. Yeah. And Meta's and then TikTok is usually strange. I've seen stuff on TikTok where I'm like, this isn't going to be up for very long.
Dude, I saw a video yesterday. I'm not outing myself. I was scrolling, got a video, saw it. All it was this woman sitting on a bed in a towel, and it was all like, it was lit like really like bright, and I look, and it had tens of thousands, like maybe up to 100,000 comments And I was like, Jesus, that's a lot. I was like, what is everybody freaking out about this video for? So I 2x speed it, and she's just sitting there, and then she lays down, goes to sleep, and then a dude comes in. You never see the dude, but then they fuck. And like, it's straight up softcore porn. And it's like a softcore porn scene for 60 seconds. And I open up the comments, obviously. Everyone is like, what the fuck, man? Like, I can't post. I get my account suspended because I curse, or my video gets suppressed because I say, rape or anything like that, talking about actual fucking important shit and important topics. But this is like, now we're just cool with softcore porn on a fucking app. Like, what? Like, that just doesn't. Like,
did you at least like and share my softcore porn video, Justin?
No, because I don't want the algorithm. I know
you watched it. The algorithm knows.
Mm-hmm. It's found me.
Yeah.
Now you're only going to get
wanted to get to the goods extra quick.
Right.
You're only going to get softcore live death now.
Jesus. But yeah, I guess that raises an interesting fucking question or look at. Is even though the algorithm is a thing, with nightly news, a team of people are orchestrating it, but now it's kind of us orchestrating it.
Yeah,
we're feeding into it. The algorithm's there, but we're just feeding into it and allowing that to take over.
Yeah. You guys didn't watch American Sweatshop, right?
No.
Did you hear about that one?
The what?
It's called American Sweatshop. It's this movie I watched a few months ago. It came out. It got like a limited theatrical release. I think it's on digital now, but it's this woman gets a job as a content moderator, which is an actual job where you're essentially in like a cubicle farm.
Right.
And your job is every time somebody flags a video for inappropriate content, you have to watch it all the way through and say, yes, this is inappropriate content, and remove it from TikTok, or you say, no, you're just overreacting to art or something.
Right.
And so there's like a whole part where the boss is like, you got to remember the nuance in certain things. If someone kills an animal, that's animal cruelty. But if they skin it and cook it afterwards, that's culinary. So that video can stay. And they're just like talking about the different differences, but there's the movie's good and it's fucking bleak and it's got some intent. Like there's a scene with like you can tell she's watching something with a puppy in it, but they don't show you anything, but the audio is like harrowing. And the shittiest part was I posted my review where I was like, this movie is not fucking feel good. Like it's a really well-made movie. I don't know if I'm ever going to watch it again.
Yeah.
And like 3 or 4 people in the comments were like, yeah, I was a content moderator for a few years. It is fucking brutal. You would not believe the shit we've seen. And I'm like, this is the stuff we see because the algorithm throws it to us that I don't want to see. I can't even imagine what was too rough for TikTok that you had to sit through.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, no, other human eyes shouldn't have to see this remove. Like, insane.
Yeah.
I want to interview one of them and be like, so do you call the cops on anybody?
Yeah. What's the fuck? Like, because it's gotta,
there's gotta be,
you can't just go delete and then move on about your day. Like, you got to do something.
That's what the movie's about. If she sees a video that is clearly like torture, and she was like, we have to figure out who this guy is that's doing this. And they're like, no, it could be special effects. It could be something else. Like, well, just do what you can. And
Hugh
so she starts to like spiral.
All day.
Yeah.
No, you got to take up the mantle of Detective Loki, and you got to go out there and you got to find those kids.
You got to fuse Detective Loki with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
It's
Detective
Hugh Jackman with fantastic fucking hair.
Yeah.
Just fantastic hair.
Yeah.
But Jake, just capturing all the content that we don't want to see, and then
I guess
selling it to KCAL.
So now
I guess that means we're all Jake Gyllenhaal.
I want Jake Gyllenhaal watching flagged content now.
That character of Jake Gyllenhaal,
that character,
just Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, he wants Lou Bloom.
You want
watching
Nightcrawler
flagged content.
Flagged content.
I want Lou
this
Bloom.
Is too bad for TikTok, but let me see if I can sell it to broadcast
I want Lou
news.
Bloom watching flagged content of Jake Gyllenhaal.
There it is.
Ooh, that's some good quality content.
If we blur the faces, we can get away with it for legal.
Just blur my face.
He would probably just start criticizing like the angles. Like this is amateur hour. Yeah. Fuck this.
This has way too many filters on it.
Yeah, way too
I run
many
video production.
This corpse looks way too cute.
A news videographer service, sort of the fucking.
One of the reviews
so bad.
One of the Letterboxd reviews was, of course, a dude who took an online business course for a year would name his company Video Production News.
Yep.
Something so fucking boring and basic.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's at least, he's a self-starter. He's a go-getter. At least he found his passion in life.
I love that he essentially holds him at gunpoint to fucking say his name on live. Like,
yeah. Just
we acquired this from a Video Production News, I'm hearing. Like, what is that is that really gonna do that much for your career? Do you really think that anybody cares?
Yeah. I mean, he got the second van.
Did get the second van.
He only had to kill like 4 people.
Yeah. He only had to orchestrate fucking a mass shooting, and what a fucked up movie, man.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
This was a
fucked up an hour long episode of us fucking diving deep into.
We're at 2 hours at this point. Yeah, we're at 2 hours.
Well, no, the last hour is.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, at least
we did have a bubble boy break in the middle. Yeah,
but at least Prisoners has Jake Gyllenhaal's hair. Sorry, I'm going to mention it again.
There we go.
But
before we go, real quick, I just want to play a game of what movie did it come from?
Mm-hmm.
These are all lines that I picked out from these 3 movies. Back off, bitch. He's the Messiah.
The Abyss. By James Cameron.
No. I'm sorry. It was Bubble Boy.
Shit. I should have known that.
I wasn't quite sure what Mark meant about the sperm.
I honestly don't know. That can't be Bubble Boy.
I think it is, isn't it?
It is Bubble Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually a really funny game, James. Like, we're doing this from now on.
Yeah, we're going to do this every episode.
Hold on. What fucking time? When did that happen?
He says something about, it's whenever he calls her and the dude picks the husband, the fiance picks up the phone.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember exactly what he fucking says. Mm-hmm. It's something about like, do you even have sperm? Because he's like fucking with him. And he's like, I wasn't quite sure what Mark meant about the sperm.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And then the last one is that one was also Bubble Boy. And then the last one is Don't Live in Regret, essay.
Definitely Prisoners.
That's I was just saying, is that what he says to Nightcrawler?
Yeah. That's Hugh Jackman.
It's definitely Hugh Jackman telling Terrence Howard, don't live in regret, essay.
Kill this man.
Where's my child, essay? The most cringy use of that fucking word is
essay.
Yes, is
okay.
I want to say season 5, episode 3 of Sons of Anarchy.
Oh,
where
no, I've never watched Sons of Anarchy.
Where they're in prison as they do through half this fucking show. They're in prison, and Jax says that to a fellow Mexican gang member.
Don't live in regret, essay.
No, he just goes. He says something. I don't even know what the phrase before that, because it's just a white dude, and it's so not Jax because
it's also not just a white dude, but it's a British white dude acting to be American. Dude.
Yeah,
it's the whitest dude.
Right. Yeah. And he says, don't worry, I got this essay. But he doesn't put
like that.
Yeah. He doesn't put like an attitude behind it. He doesn't put he doesn't enunciate in a certain way. He doesn't try to do anything. It's just saying the term.
Was he preparing to write like a 3 or 4 page paper?
Might as well have been.
And he just happened to be talking to a Hispanic friend of his, so maybe you're misinterpreting it. And he said, "No, I got this essay."
It's pretty good. Can you read
That's
it?
That's how he delivered it.
Can you proofread it?
Yeah.
That's literally how he delivered.
Oh yeah, man, this is pretty good. Thanks. I'm gonna turn it into the warden later.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I put a lot of time and effort into this.
I really think that this essay is gonna help you with your appeal.
Sorry, everybody.
It's always a good podcast when you have to apologize at the like toward the end every time.
Hey, we made it. We had a fun, light conversation.
Is that what we should start doing? Is the very end of the episode is just the Creep-O-Rama apology corner?
Yeah.
To anyone that we offended this episode, sorry? ?